Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my sixth lesson of D2, chapter number 14, exercise 14C, that is about combining universal set, complement, and union and intersection of sets. Okay, before going to the lesson, I just want to say that if you find any difficulty in understanding that what is universal, what is union and intersection and complement of the set, you can watch my previous lessons, for which I'll give the link in the description box, because for better understanding of mathematics, it's really important to integrate the lesson with the previous lessons. Okay, and let's move to question number 9. And in this lesson, I'll go little slow because I'm making this lesson on request of some of my students so that they can understand this lesson easily. Let me read the question from the book. Question says it's given that universal x such that x is the positive integer and it's less than 16, this is an important term, and then I is the set in which the definition of I is x such that x is a multiple of 4, and j is the set x such that x is a factor of 8. The first part is that we have to list the elements of universal I and j in set notation. Okay, now here it's important to understand, as the question says that universal is the set of first 16 positive integers, but they have to be less than, so it means that 16 will not be included. So the universal will consist of the elements, universal will have the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, I hope you are clear that why I'm not taking 16 in universal. Then I, in set I, we have to take the multiples of 4, but recall my previous lesson and keep this point in mind that whatever elements you have to take in the subsets, they have to be from the universal. So the multiples of 4 will be 4, 8, and 12. 4, 8, and 12, because 16 is not coming. In this set, coming to set J, and set J will consist of factors of 8. So 1, 2, 4, and then 8. Okay, these are the factors of 8. I hope you are clear about that how we are writing the elements of universal and the subsets. Now, if we look at both the subsets, 4, 8, and 12, 4 is the common element and 8 is the common element. Rest both the sets are having some elements which are not common in both. So the situation of the Venn diagram that I will be drawing for this situation will be an overlapping set. This is really important to understand that what type of the diagram we are going to draw, as this given situation has some elements in common in the subsets. So the Venn diagram that I will be drawing will be of overlapping situation, and on this overlapping situation I have to write down the common elements. And if we look at the question, we can see 4 and 8 are the common elements. So I will write 4 and 8 at this place, and then set I will consist of 12. Coming to set J, we can see that from set J, 4 and 8 we have written on the common portion, overlapping portion, and now from set J we are left with 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 only. Okay, now some of the elements of universal we are fitting in the subsets, but if we look at this universal, we can see that universal is containing some more elements as well. So let's write the remaining elements of universal in the universal. Okay, now if we look at 1 is in the subset, 2 is in the subset, so I will write 3 in the universal, then 4 is in the subsets, then 5, then 6, then 7, 8 is over here, then 9, then 10, then 11, 12 I'm not supposed to write, then I have to write 13, and then I have to write 14, and then I have to write the 15 remaining elements in the universal. I hope you are clear about this, that how we are fitting the elements in the subsets and in the universal. The next part says that from the Venn diagram we have to find the answer of I union j whole complement, and then the second part is I intersection j complement. First of all, recall the concept of complement. That complement means complements. Let's suppose a general set A. Complement means the remaining elements, remaining elements of universal, okay. Now we can see that we have to take the answer of I union j whole complement. I union j whole complement. It means that I have to take away the answer of I union j from universal, I union j from universal, okay. And now if we look at the diagram, we can see that I union j will consist of this whole portion, the both the sets will be coming in I union j, but I need the answer of I union j whole complement. So it means my answer will be coming at what place? That will be the remaining elements of universal. So the answer region will be the portion of universal which is outside these two circles. So let me shade the sets I union j. This is the shading for I union j, okay, and make the key for the examiner here that I union j, okay, I union j is equal to these blue lines, but I need the answer of I union j whole complement. So for that I'm using different style of lines, and for that we can use different color as well. But in the exams you will have only one shade, so you can make the pattern for the examiner that I union j whole complement is marked with these horizontal lines. So my shading will be coming here, I do not have to go inside these two circles because I need the region that is outside these two circles. I hope you are clear about how we are shading I union j whole complement. Okay, so this is the answer for I union j whole complement. This is the answer for I union j complement, and I'm writing here for the better understanding that these horizontal lines are representing I union j whole complement. And now coming to the second part, that is I intersection j complement. The second part from the Venn diagram that we have to find, that is I intersection j complement. First let's try to understand this part. J complement means that we have to discard j. So j complement means that universal minus j. It means that what we have to do, we have to discard this whole portion from universal. I have to discard this whole portion. So these gray lines are showing j complement, and now I have to take the intersection which is common of j complement with I. Now I do not have to take j with me, so the j complement will be having the elements universal minus j. Means if you find any difficulty, you can write it in this way so that you can understand that what elements are coming in universal minus j, and universal is having the elements 1 2 3 till 15, and I have to take away j, and j is the set which is the factors of 8 1 2 4 and 8. Means in J complement I will not have 1 2, then I will have 3, 4 will not be there, 5 6, then 7, 8 will not be there, 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So these are the elements that will be in the complement. Now if we look at the remaining diagram, we can see that we need to have 3 in J complement, then 5 6 7, then 9 10 11, and then 12, and then 13, and then 14, and then 15, and then I have to take the intersection of J complement with I intersection J complement equals to, now see that what element is there with in J complement and what element is there in I. So we can see that only one element, which is 12, that is coming in common with I intersection J complement. So I intersection J complement will be equal to 12. And now it's better to write down the answer of I union J whole complement in form of the set as well. Okay, I union J whole complement in form of the set as well, so that we can understand the answer easily and the concept easily. As we know that we are removing the whole of the union, so I union J whole complement will have the elements 3 5 6 7 9 10 11 13 14 and 15. I hope you are clear about this question. This question is not only important for D2 students, but for D4 and the students who are preparing the CI exam as well, because this type of question can come in your CI exams as well. So please watch and understand this lesson carefully. Okay, coming to question number 10, and question 10 says, identify and shade the following regions on the separate Venn diagrams, and there are 3 situations given, that is K intersection L, K union L, and K union L whole complement. Okay, again it's really important question according to your O-level examination as well. So let's move to the solution of the question, and question says identify and shade. First of all, we have to see the given situation is of overlapping sets, and the diagram shows that this is the portion which is common to both. This is the portion which is common to both. So in case of the intersection of overlapping situations, what we have to do, and we have to shade only this portion. This is the overlapping portion, and this will be shaded for the intersection problem of the overlapping sets. I hope you are clear about this problem. If you find any difficulty, you can take the small example in the exam on the rough working, like A can have the elements, this is 2, 3 and 5, and B can have the elements 2, 4 and 6, 2, 4 and 6. This small example will help you in understanding these all parts. Now what we can do is, we can see that what is the common elements in both the sets, that is 2. Okay, and in case of intersection, I will write 2 here and I will be shading this portion. So I hope with the reference of this example, the question will become really easy for you. Let's take the universal as well, 3, 4 and 5. Coming to the union, when we talk about the union, we know that union means the collection of all the elements. If we find the difficulty that how and where we are going to shade this diagram, we can find the union in our mind of this set. That is, union will be containing 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. It means in union, all the elements of both the sets are coming. So it means for the union case, I will be shading nicely with the pattern, but I do not have to take much time and long time on the shading, because your paper will consist of 24 different questions, so you have to spare the time as well. So the union will be coming and receiving the shading on these two sets. I hope you are clear about this situation. And now moving to K union L whole complement. As we know, the complement means that difference of that set from universal. It means I have to discard K union L from universal, and means that whatever elements are left in the universal after taking the union. Okay, now if we look at the union is containing both the sets. So in order to get the answer of K union L complement means I have to discard, I have to leave K and L both the sets. So the shading that we will have for K union L complement will be outside these two circles. Okay, I do not have to go inside the circle. I have to shade nicely. I have to shade very nicely. And this is the portion for K union L whole complement. I hope now these questions are really easy for you, and you should have the good practice of these questions before going to the exam, because they are the compulsory part of your CIE exams. I hope you have understood the lesson. Please watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.